The West Virginia Mountaineers are in the top 25 in the recruiting rankings now as Ross Hodge has made another big pickup.
You are Locked On West Virginia, your daily podcast on the West Virginia Mountaineers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
And what is up, guys? Welcome back in. My name is Mountaineer Paul. I am your host. This is Locked On West Virginia, baby, where we're talking about the Mountaineers on the basketball side, and we're going to talk some football today. Appreciate you guys for being here along for the ride. Ross Hodge is doing it big, man. We're going to talk about it. A four-star signing in the basketball side of things that is going to be a big pickup. So we're going to talk about that. Absolutely no doubt about it, as my light just went off on me here right in the middle of the show. And that's just how it goes, I guess. That's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Let's see. This episode of Locked On West Virginia going to be brought to you by our friends over at Game Time. And look, with Game Time, it's pretty simple. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONCollege for $20 off your first purchase. I'm not alone, though. We got a good buddy here with us in Jackson Johnson, who is just going to be here along for the ride in the opening. And then we're going to go around his world of college football in the second segment. But I'm sure he'll have something to say at some point.
There's always something to say. How you did today, good buddy?
Yeah, exactly. How you doing today, good buddy, is classic at this point. Well, what the heck? There goes my light again. Huh. That's weird. Very, very weird. Make sure I don't have this thing set on some kind of timer. I don't think I do. I just bought it because I had my ring light die.
For those tuning in on audio on Locked On West Virginia, somebody is trying to put a scare on Mountaineer Paul, which is why the light is doing to mess around with him.
This is odd. Yeah, it's not wanting to work for some reason. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna say that it's some kind of issue with it, and I apologize to everybody. I don't know exactly what's happened here, but we'll just move on without it. I mean, you can see my face. Let me turn it around, my hat around backwards, and we'll keep moving.
There you go. Hair reveal. There you go.
All right. So Ross Hodge makes a big signing today, which was, I don't want to say unexpected. Kingston Witty, a four-star guy, player. I really love this kid. He's 6'2", right around 170 pounds. ESPN has him rated as a four-star player. He's bounced around a few different places, but mostly his senior year, where he started at Holy Innocents Episcopal School in Atlanta, Georgia, where he's from. Here's the kind of player we've got. He's a floor general, very quiet competence. He excels in up-tempo systems like Ross Hodge. He's a lead guard, really good ball handler, and is used to having primary ball handling duties for his high school and AAU teams. It's both. He's been the number one. And look, where he was also the number one scorer in the Under Armour Association circuit this summer, and that's really where his name started to spread around. He's a crafty playmaker at multiple levels and scores at multiple levels, which you will see as we show you a little bit of tape on him. In the 2024-2025 season at Holy Innocents, he averaged 10.4 points per game, 3.3 rebounds per game, 1.9 assists per game. But, man, he really took it to another level when he went around this summer into some of these camps, averaging 18 points a game against better competition when he really had to do it. Here's some of his best abilities. He's an elite ball handler, and I mean elite. I tell you guys all around, I don't just throw the word elite around. This is what he is, an elite ball handler. It's what he does. He's got a really quick first step. He shoots it particularly well off the dribble. He's got a great pull-up game from the mid-range, which he uses all types of drives at all three levels with hesitations, floaters, spot up threes. He creates for others with great vision and pace, and he really constantly attacks the rim and makes plays. And he really shows that quiet confidence I was talking about without forcing really bad shots. He's a very solid on-ball defender, great length for his size, and he's got a ton of motor for deflections and hustle plays. He's going to need to bulk up in college for sure, but I think at the end of the day, you look at this as a big plus add, somebody that could start right away, if not for Amir Jenkins possibly, depending what he turns into, and maybe he'll be at the 2 guard, or maybe they move Amir to the 2 guard. It just depends on how things play out. Athletics and intangibles are another big strength of his. He's got a high motor. He's very competitive, and he brings this tenacity and work ethic to this. He's also got a 4.5 GPA off the court, and he really plays with this poise, under pressure that I really like from watching a couple of his games. He's a scoring versatility. He's got playmaking in transition. He's got great shooting touch. And I think he fits as a combo guard within the Hodge system who could run the show or play off the ball. So his weakness is really the only thing I could figure out just from watching a couple hours of tape, because he committed earlier this morning, and I just about 9:30 this morning is when I found out, and I decided to wait a little bit later to talk about it so I could watch some tape. He's got a slight frame, so sometimes he gets bullied a little bit through contact, and his assist to turnover ratio could definitely improve. Is he an elite athlete in terms of vertical or speed? I would say above average, but not elite, right? So it's like he's really more of a hard-nosed type player. He is a 4-star player, so don't get it twisted. Like, he's very skilled, but he is a hard-nosed type player, right? So which is why we have a hard-nosed meter for him. Out of 50 points, his profile rates, we're going to talk about competitiveness, tenacity, work ethic, physicality, and his defensive intensity. So for competitiveness, I give him a 9.2. He's always hunting for plays. He thrives in competitive moments, AAU circuits, where he actually gets better than when he was in high school. He's got a 9.0 out of tenacity. He's a relentless attacker of the rim. Does not back down from people despite size. 6'2". His work ethic is a 9.1. Self-motivated, man. You can, a lot of the interviews you see with him, he's been reaching for these stars, and he's achieved them by getting into the Power 5, into the Big 12, into the conference for basketball. And so you look at it like that. He commits to the offseason grind, and he improves. And that's what he's done over the course of his high school career. And you only have to gather that he's going to do the same thing in college, which is great for West Virginia. Physicality. He's got a good motor, 8.5. But he needs some strength to hold his own so you don't get bumped off the spot. That's going to be the next step. Defensive intensity, 8.6. I think he dives on the ball for loose balls. He hustles all over the place. He's got active hands. He's not a lockdown defender yet, Jackson, but he's got chance to be that. And anytime you can pick up a 4 or 5-star player, that's a big deal, Jackson.
There's no doubt.
So let's check out some tape on the kid really quick.
Ooh. Got some fastest 3 minutes type magic cooking.
I do. Yeah, I do. These are kind of videos like this are kind of where I excel, when I get to just break down a player and just talk about what I personally see. It doesn't mean it's 100% right or 100% wrong, but I enjoy doing it. It's something I love doing. Hell, I spent 4 hours watching the kid play, so it's like I really try to do a little bit, more than maybe somebody that just reacting to the news. And as you can see in the recruiting database on ESPN, they've got him ranked at number 8 right here in the top guards in Georgia, and a 4-star player, which is very good. We'll take that all day, every day, and twice on Sundays, Jackson.
That's always a win.
It's always a win. Here he is. We're talking about the athleticism. You'll see here he's a very good athlete. Maybe not quite elite, but certainly very good here on some of these dunks.
Boom!
So
Ooh.
as you can see, very good. I mean, that you'll take that. As you can see here, he was one of the most efficient AAU players in college basketball or in high school ball in his area, where he averaged 18.6 per game, 4.4 rebounds per game, 3.7 assists per game, and 1.5 steals per game. That's elite Jackson.
Oh, he's humongously elite.
So here's some tape on the kid that I really like, and I think you guys will too. This is the best one. Actually, it's on his profile, so it makes it even easier. But if you want to go watch real full games of his, just go look up the Pro One, and you'll see this. But so what you're going to see with Kingston Witty, just to remind you guys, you're going to see an elite ball handler, and I mean elite. Like, he is a true blue point guard, and he shakes and jimmies and jives cats with his ability to control the basketball with his fingertips and hands. It's almost like he's got a little bit extra dexterity that us regular people don't have. That was something I struggled with in basketball. I didn't have the dexterity necessary to really control the ball like you see a Kobe or an MJ. I mean, they had big hands too, but like even people that have small hands like Kyrie Irving, who are smaller hands anyway, they're not small to the average person. I mean, he could probably palm it too, but a guy like Kyrie Irving that can really manipulate the ball. You'll see it here. Nice, beautiful step back jumper. I mean, guys, that is absolutely spectacular, man. I love this play right here. And you see here, he starts to step back about middle way to the 3-point line. He's already got enough distance, but it's a rhythm thing. If you've ever done a step back jumper, you'll see it's a rhythm thing. You just kind of get used to the extra needed power to toss that thing in there. So a beautiful shot. And then one last thing before I'll try not to pause it a bunch, but we'll break down that's perfect, right? You got a great form here. Love the knees are slightly bent. And then you see he's got great elevation on the shot, a great release, and a great swish as well. So good job. And then look, from that same stance, you'll see, I mean, his stance looks so similar in triple threat, which is very important. So for you young basketball players out there, you want to have your jump shot look the same as when you're in triple threat as far as footwork goes, right? If your feet are planted horizontally next to each other in triple threat position, and triple threat is the position he's in right there, which means what can you do in triple threat? You can shoot it, you can dribble it, you can pivot, right? So, obviously he's in triple threat here, and it looks like his shot. So that way, defender always has to be ready for you to rise and fire, which can give you an advantage in the driving game. So here we go. And as you can see, that elite first step, man. Maybe elite's a bad word. Sometimes I get too used to throwing that out there, but it's a damn fast first step. I mean, that's so quick.
Oh, here we go.
Good luck guarding that.
Oh, there we go. Boom.
Yeah. So
he's gonna be a March Madness hero one of these days.
Nice lob from the mid floor. As you can see, true floor general. He's always got his head up, getting ready to make a play. And there he is making plays through contact. Guys, I'm telling you, this is going to be a major pickup for West Virginia someday. This kid is immensely skilled. Immensely skilled. And I love that he can score in so many different ways out of the post right there. As you can see, great rhythm on the jump shot. Here he is on defense, poking that thing out of there, and then able to go up and he missed the dunk. Surprised they put that in there. But you know what's crazy, though? On that play, you get an idea for the kind of athlete he is, really. I mean, first of all, what was Two doing trying to cross him over? I mean, nope, give me those cookies. And then, he leaps from way back there. And then, as he gets stronger and in college, he's probably going to be able to pull that off. So nice, beautiful footwork there as well. He's got a great shooter's roll. High school rims are going to be a little bit looser than college rims, so these kind of shots don't go in. You don't see these kind of shots where they do that as often in college, where they just bounce like that. The rims are a lot tighter in college. So that's probably a miss in college, but still great. Man, he's got that step back going. He's really good at using it to get space. Look at this step back here. This is a step back. This is like a sideways step back. This is, I'm going to get into you with my shoulder, and then I'm going to use that space to create space, right? So he's into the kid with his shoulder, and then a step back to the side. So it's basketball, man. That's what basketball is. It's, on offense and basketball, how can I create space, to get open? And he's clearly able to do that. God, that's such a good ball handling. Such good ball handling. I mean, he's going hard at the rim, and look, he's already doing it, right? He's leaning in, creating that contact. And what does that do? It allows him to push off a little bit there, which he did, and then go between the legs. And he's got plenty of space on a bigger defender to pull and rise and fire. He's a crafty player, man. There's a little hop step. Beautiful, beautiful drive to the bucket. He's great off the screen. He's a dangerous shooter. So, like I said, there's a reason this kid has been ranked 4 stars coming out of nowhere. I mean, Tennessee, all kinds of teams were getting in on this kid late in the process, and we can only hope to hold on to him until – look at that great rebound.
There we go.
And look at the handles as he comes up the floor. This is, in my opinion, he's going to be an all Big 12 guard someday. I love this kid's ability. Look at this rebound and watch him navigate traffic up the floor.
Go. He's got him.
First of all, he pulls the rebound down over what is that, a 6'10", 6'9", 6'10" dude? And he out rebounds him, and then he runs up the floor and watch him weave through traffic.
There we go.
Love that. So, it's so great to see Ross Hodge going after these kind of players. Because for years, Darren DeVries didn't go after players like this. He did. I mean, I'm not going to mention any names. I mean, we did go after one 4-star guy last year, but for the most part, man, we went after some guys that were quite a bit lower level. KJ Tenner, is a name that I really wanted to be better than he was, but he wasn't big enough, unfortunately. This here, Kingston Witty, is every bit of a 4-star player and has the potential to grow into more. So keep your eye on this player, guys, as we continue to monitor him. He is absolutely just a dog. Oh. So we're lucky to have him. I'm so glad. And the comments that he made some of the comments he made were, I want to go somewhere where I got to earn it, basically, where they're going to make me better. And West Virginia's that place. Oh, went over, didn't I? Let's go to break. We'll come back, and I got to go over a couple things about the roster in basketball, and then we're going to turn it over to Jackson's World of College Football. This episode of Locked On West Virginia is going to be brought to you by our good friends, and they are our good friends, over at Prize Picks. And Prize Picks is one of those ones that we don't get to talk about them every week, and there are reasons for that. And it comes down to, with Prize Picks, every day we make decisions, and on Prize Picks, being right can actually get you paid. Don't miss the excitement of this football season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Prize Picks is a fun, simple way to add excitement to football. You just pick more or less on player projections. That's it. You're going to rebound eight ball. You can have 8 rebounds, or you're going to have over or under that, right? So like Josh Allen's passing yards or Saquon Barkley's rushing yards, you're in the game, right? I love how quick it is because you can make your lineup in under a minute. Pretty easy stuff. It's also fun how other players like Jackson in the app are copying their lineups with one click. Download the Prize Picks app today to use code LOCKEDONCollege to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's Locked On College for like $50 in lineups after your first $5 lineup. Do it today with Prize Picks. It's good to be right. And, of course, we always commend our good friends at the other places we're going to talk about next. It's segment 2. We're going to crack open a dew, of course. So let's crack a dew here. Jackson's got a coffee.
Got a coffee, dude.
You got a coffee, dude. That's right. I wonder why my light isn't working. I just bought it, and I chose not to get the protection package on it. It's frustrating as heck, man. I mean, I don't have time to adjust it now, but anyways.
I get the real music, but don't want copyright. Don't want the production company doing the mess around.
We don't want them to do the mess around. That's right.
Oh.
All right, so let's look at the West Virginia basketball roster as it's constructed. And I want to ask you guys some questions here because are we Texas Tech or are we Baylor in basketball? Like, they've both been close to, and even Baylor won the national championship, right? So my thing is the kind of players we're going after aren't the kind of players that Darren DeVries went after. It's just a fact. KJ Tenners of the world, right, are the kind of players that DeVries went after. And the kind of players Huggs went after, although they worked out a lot of times because he could develop them. But, they were usually 3-star players, barely in a lot of cases. Well, here we are, and we're in a good spot again as Ross Hodge is almost exclusively going after 4 and 5-star players to the point that I'm shocked at some of the names. Let's have a look-see at some of these names. How about Tyron Stokes, 6'7", Notre Dame High School, 5-star, number 1 overall, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we've actually tried to get him. Jordan Smith Jr., class 2026 from North Mecklenburg High School in Huntsville, North Carolina. He's a 99 rated overall 5-star. We've been in contact. What about Brandon McCoy Jr., class of 2026, 6'4", 190. Central Catholic, Modesto, out of Modesto, California.
It's a good one.
I mean, Miles Sadler, right? We just talked about him. He's going to be visiting in October, a 5-star player. I mean, the insanity of the thought of that is that we're going to have a 5-star player on campus that we actually have a chance at. Miles Sadler's that guy. He's going to be on campus in October. What about Ali Doom, 6'10", 200-pound Bella Vista Prep 4-star, committed on September 21st. What about Kingston Witty, 4-star, committed for next year? We're in the top 25 in 2026 recruiting right now. What about Jaden Forsyth, 4-star, committed this year, 2025, out of Westtown School in Norristown, Pennsylvania? What about Amir Jenkins, 4 stars, committed this year, will play this year, out of Worcester Academy in Worcester, Massachusetts, 91 composite player. DeAndre Thomas, 86 rated, just a couple points away from 4 stars, 3-star player out of Allen, Texas. They're a very good player. They think he'll play a lot early this year. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. 4-star players that Ross Hodges added. I mean, that's pretty dang good, man.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyways, it's just great time. I'm proud of Ross Hodge. He hasn't come in here and said it's the West Virginia job. We're not going to be, swinging for lower level players. We're going after them, man. We're going after big time players, Jackson.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. Here's the intro music.
Tequila.
Jackson. Dun, dun, Jackson. Dun, dun, Jackson. Dun, 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 Jackson. It's his world of college football. Dun, dun, dun. He's going to go over it now. Dun, 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 dun.
There we go.
All right, Jackson. And we're going to come up with a theme song for you for your world of college football. And I wish it could be that music, but because it fits you so
there
well.
We go. Well, we went over the Big 12 yesterday.
Yeah.
So we're going over the ACC, and we're going to make sure we beat the 30-minute mark. We start off with Pitt, Florida State on 11 a.m. at ESPN at Doak Campbell Stadium between Pitt and Florida
You know what we
State.
should do? We should go ahead and go to break. And we'll come back, and we'll go over a couple minutes, and then
here we go.
Let's go to break, and we'll do this next. And this episode of Locked On West Virginia is going to be brought to you by our friends at Game Time. Look, Game Time is one of those apps that you got to have, right? College football's back. I couldn't be more excited. The tailgates, the rivalries, the energy in the stands, there's nothing like it quite. Let's be real. Actually, getting tickets can feel like more of a battle than the game itself. Endless queues, hidden fees, prize jumping at checkout. That's why I use Game Time, the app that gives the advantage back to the fans. It's the easiest way to score last-minute tickets at the best prices with no surprise fees. What you see is what you pay. I pulled up Game Time, and in just a couple taps, I saw amazing deals talking about your favorite college football games for as low as $25. You can't do no better. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time today. Download the Game Time app, create the account, and use the code LOCKEDONCollege for $20 off your first purchase where the terms apply. Again, that's promo code LOCKEDONCOLLEGE for $20 off today. And swipe, tap, ticket. Go download Game Time today and ask yourself the question of all questions, Jackson. What time is it?
Adventure time and game time.
It's game time. All right. And we can't also forget about our good friends over at Square College. Square College, man, you already know the best neighborhood spots run on Square, right? There are certain businesses that make the neighborhood the neighborhood. These are places that become an extension of home. And whether it's a sports bar dedicated to your team's fan base, the spot with the best wings in town for game day, or that beloved local chain that's been rooted in your community for years, these businesses are what bring people together. And when the neighborhood businesses thrive, the whole neighborhood thrives. There's a local spot in Morgantown called Kegler's that I always bring up. Try it out. You'll be happy you did, because Square is a proud partner of more than 4 million neighborhood businesses around the world. And you can go to square.com/lockedon/go/lockedon to learn more. But before you do, go support your favorite neighborhood spot. You'll be happy you did with Square. See you in the neighborhood. And we are back here with Locked On West Virginia. Jackson, world of college football.
There we go. Here we go. So we got the ACC, and we'll start off with Pittsburgh, Florida State at Doak Campbell Stadium on ESPN at 11 a.m. Central.
Yeah, give me Florida State by 1 million. Florida State by 1 million.
I feel like it's going to be a Florida State 28-24 victory for some reason. Like Pitt's new quarterback, he's just taking the world by storm. Although you took Boston College by storm. It's not Doug Flutie, Boston College. It's terrible,
It's
horrible,
Doug
no
Flutie's
good.
Boston College team, yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible, horrible, no good Boston College. No offense to AJ Black at Locked On Boston College and Eagles Insider 247. And we've got the CW between Stanford and SMU. Who'd have thought that'd be a conference game 5 years ago?
Exactly. Give me SMU by 1 million.
SMU's going to win this one 42-17. And we've got the Battle of the Techs on ACC Network between Georgia Tech and Virginia Tech.
Yeah, you got to go Georgia Tech by 1,000,000. I mean, these all seem like blowouts. If I had a parlay, I might play it on these.
Oh, yeah. Georgia Tech will win 35-13. And on the Peacock app will be Notre Dame against North Carolina State.
Yeah, it's a little bit trickier, more tricky of a game for sure. Is this at Notre Dame?
Well, yeah, it's on the Peacock app.
Oh, duh. I should have noticed that, huh?
Yeah.
NC State's 4-2 from what I remember from memory. I think they've been good at times this year, but they lost to Virginia Tech, and that's just unforgivable. So I've got
Rain needs to go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to go with Notre Dame to win this thing by 10 points.
Notre Dame is going to win way more than that. It's going to be 45-14.
Wow.
Yep. And on CW, Oregon State still looking for their first win as they go up against the Wake Forest Demon Deacons.
Can they get it? You know what? I'm going to say Wake Forest has been good this year at times. I mean, they have, but I'm wrestling with this one, man. I'm going to say they get off the schneid and win. Oregon State.
I think Wake Forest is going to win 24-21 against Oregon State. And last but not least for the ACC, we've got Clemson going against Boston College on the ACC network to end the ACC slate.
I've got Boston College winning by 30. I'm just kidding. Clemson. Or as some people say, Clemson. What do you say, Clemson or Clemson?
Clemson, 49-17.
49-17. Got it.
Yep.
All right. Well, that was fun. We'll have to have more time for your World of College Football next time.
For sure.
Before we get out of here, quickly tell everybody where they can find you, buddy.
Well, I mean, I've got Alabama Primetime Live coming up, where we've got a writer from the On3 Mizzou site for Alabama Primetime Live, where he will be joining Coach Smook and myself discussing the preview of the Alabama-Missouri matchup at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, where we will be discussing it all right there at Alabama with the Voice of College Football. And tune in for a release of episode 82 of the Jacksonian, where I'll be joined from Rutgers at the Voice College Football co-host and NBA Trades and Rumors website founder, Gabriel Pickup, as we'll be talking about the Jets, Rutgers football, the NBA season, and much more. And for more updates on what I've got going on the Jacksonian, Alabama with the Voice of College Football, Jackson's World of College Football on Lockdown West Virginia, and the twice a week calls on the Paul Feinbaum Show. Check me out on Jackson VOCFB on @/Twitter and on Instagram and Threads at Jackson Johnson 543-908.
Thank you guys for joining in on this one. Big week for West Virginia basketball so far. Let's keep it rolling, man. Let's see if this thing can be a tourney team in year one. I've got hope. Hopefully you do too. And we'll see you guys on the next one as we are having a good time here. Hopefully you're having a good time where you're at. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the rest of your month. For Jack, for me, we're out of here. Roll damn tide and cue them country roads.
Wookie noises. Oh!